Yo, what's going on, guys? Bobby here, and today I have a little bit of a different type of video for you guys. So right now my team's just scrimming. It's not like a super serious scrim, hence why I'm recording a video, but we're just trying to get as much practice in for Worlds now that LCQ is over as possible. So I just thought I could make a video and talk about Worlds, you know, because a lot of you guys have been following my journey, not just this year, but for many years. And, you know, Worlds is a pretty big deal, especially this time around. Okay, I was trying to figure out what to pick. I went with Rico. Don't know if that's going to be a great pick, but whatever. But yeah, anyways, I'm just going to kind of be waffling a little bit, talking about kind of what I think about Worlds right now, what I think about us as a team, what I think about our group, and just everything. So, yeah, I mean, first and foremost, I guess we could talk about my team. You know, I got Chino and Sands on the team. I've played with Sands at many LANs in my life, and I do think he's a pretty good LAN player. Just in my experience in my brawl career, I've always felt like my teams have always underperformed online and then overperformed when it came to LAN matches. So that's kind of where my head is at right now in terms of motivation. Now I'm kind of just like blabbing, so if I rant off or if I, you know, say something, I'm like half focused on talking, half focused on this game, so you guys are gonna have to understand. But yeah, I kind of just feel like my teams don't perform well unless it's a LAN. Pop the safe. Okay, there's many years where, I don't know, we just don't do so good. I guess the year that we came second is probably the best example of this, where we literally only won one monthly final. Well, we won two, but it was like Mickey Mouse. It's when the regions were split. So those aren't like real monthly finals, you know? It's not like something that I'm particularly proud of. Really, dude? 12 HP? That is such a scam. But yeah, it's never really been part of our script to be really good online, and we weren't this year. We've never been good unless we've had to win, dating back to 2022. There was a chance we didn't make Worlds, and then we did by winning the last monthly final. 2023, we clutched up in LCQ. 2024, honestly, we maybe would have been able to do the same thing, but unfortunately, that just wasn't the case. I think in 2024, I mean, I know to a lot of people this sounds like an excuse, but we're up 2-0. In our first match, we had to win 2 to make Worlds. And the Wi-Fi at the gaming place just stopped working, so we had to play on like data. It gets all choppy and stuff, and that was just a really depressing time to grind as hard as we did to have our year lost out to Wi-Fi. Our start this game was pretty bad. It looks like Sands might bail us out though with that invis play. Nice. Wow, Bilal, you're so good, buddy. Oh, please pop the safe, Amber. Please pop the safe. How do you not pop the safe there? Pop the safe. Pop the safe. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. If you're gonna die, at the very least, pop the safe. Like, what is that? What is that, seriously? Alright, nice Sands. Where was I, guys? See, because now, like, we only have, like, literally no one's alive, but we did 1%. Like, that's rage bait. It's definitely rage bait. Must pop safe. Oh my god, man. Yeah, this one's cooked. But anyways, we suck online. We only win when we have to online. And then in LANs, we do good. So where was I going with that? We are kind of like underrated, I feel like, by everyone, which isn't a bad thing. There's been so many times where I've gone into a LAN and I'll be facing the #1 seed from Europe, or, you know, one of the best teams in the world, and people don't really give us a chance. And, you know, we'll always have some believers and some supporters, but for the most part, people will pick against us. And that's kind of just been the theme throughout my whole career, because we don't really play good online. What was that jump? And then LAN happens. Oh my god. And we win. So I'm kind of just going in with the mentality that it's like every other year. It's a little bit weird this time around because there was less opportunities to play at a LAN more recently than there's ever been, especially because we didn't make Worlds. Chat, that cat has hyper. I'm scared. Ooh. Please don't jump on me. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Goodbye. But I still do believe it's going to be the same. I still do believe we're going to get to a LAN and we're going to perform extremely well. Please tell me that hits. I hit a little bit, but not as much as I would like. You know, I didn't know he was in there. That's not fair. 1 second, guys. I'm locking in for this third game. I don't want to lose this third game. Also, why is it so hot in my room? Like, do we not have air conditioning in this house? Are we cooked? Is that cat cooked? Definitely. Dude, that was a pretty horrible super. Dude, jump below, I dare you. What the? Why would he jump there? And where's this cat? Oh my god, this goddamn cat. Sands, please. Please bail us out, Sands. Okay, that looks promising. Sands appears to be unsafe. He is not unsafe, I lied. And that's game over right there. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, well, yeah. Unlucky. At least I farmed some KD. Look at that. I got 3 kills at the end, so my stats are going to look good. But yeah, anyways, what I was saying is, I don't know. I just feel like we're not great on LAN. I mean, online. And then we show up into an event. And we win. Now, we've never won like an international tournament, but, you know, we've never been the #1 seed in North America. And we've won all 3 offline tournaments that North America's ever had. We've never been the one seed at Worlds or anything, but we've always done the best or tied for the best as North America. I'm not just sitting here trying to glaze myself. It's just I feel like everyone's, you know, undervaluing us, underestimating us, and I don't know if I should be happy or upset because of that, but I think I'm going to be happy because hopefully that leads to something good. Hopefully that leads to teams not prepping for us as much or trying too hard against us or whatever it may be. We're going to go dog 1 here because Barry is open, but I feel like we could beat Barry if we just go dog 1. So yeah, talking about our opponents, we face Novo first. Now Novo's kind of a new team this year. I don't know too much about them. I have a lot of friends in Europe, and some of the friends I talk to say that they're really easy to beat. That they, from their experience, that they've had no problem with them. And then other people I've talked to, they say like, oh, they're tough, they're very dangerous, they have interesting play styles, you know, stuff like that. I don't really know what to expect for the most part from them. I'm gonna probably go through and watch some of their like monthly finals games, and especially the ones where they beat Humble, and kind of see like how are they beating Humble, what are they doing to beat Humble. I know they're really good drafters, specifically Marco. So we're definitely not going to underestimate them or anything. They're going to be tough. Not that I'm saying I like our chances because of our opponent, but we've always done well in group format on day 1s. So I'm just going to hope for the best. And then we have Revenant and SK. And before we switch on to them, Novo ranked us the like 2nd worst team, I think, at Worlds. And they face us round 1. So that's going to...
Station. Sì, secondo me rispetto a Tribe, quelli là io metterei good.
Sì.
Reject.
That's pretty interesting of them to say, so we'll see how that goes. And then we have SK and Revenant. Now, Revenant we beat back in 2023. It is a little bit of a different Revenant roster, though. And Sergeant, I mean, he just looked insane in LCQ. Like, he was absolutely dominating in LCQ. So that was extremely impressive to watch. And honestly, not that I was wishing to get Revenant, but I kind of just didn't want Crazy Raccoon. So, not to say, you know, I'm like jumping up and down happy, but, you know, I'd rather face them than Crazy Raccoon. So, it's kind of whatever. You know, I'm not happy to face them, not scared to face them. Then there's SK. OPE, I'm 1-1 in my career against. I've beat him once and lost to him once. Yoshi, I've beaten both times I've played against him when he was on SK. Chat. I wasted my kit hyper. Honestly, I'm kind of just blabbing and playing bad, but I'm going to hope my team can hold it down and try and do some work. Thank you, Chino. I appreciate that, especially since I've been pretty useless here. Okay, well, I popped the save for Sands. It should be something. 1%. Please. 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 Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We can't win a game. We can't win a game. Please, Vegeta, stop it. Please. Please. No, we actually can't win a game, but I'm just blabbing, so it's probably my fault. No, but yeah, I don't know. Like, our group's interesting. I was talking about SK. I've never faced Joker before. Me and Joker have been playing pro and been kind of at the top of pro for a long time. So it's interesting. I've been going to face them, and I understand they're one of the best teams. Definitely one of the 3 best teams in the world. But I'm excited to have the opportunity to face them and have a chance at playing against a real, legitimate, tough opponent. Because you honestly don't get the chance to do that very often. And Sans, please don't jump. Sans, I knew that was gonna happen. Man, we would have done so much damage. I just knew he was gonna jump. Like, I don't know. I just knew he was gonna jump. There was no way. There was no way he wasn't jumping. Oh my god, that was the game right there. Like, just don't jump, bro. But yeah, I don't know. Our group is interesting, and I'm pretty happy with it. We go on to face Group C after, which I think has Loud, Heretics, Reject, and who's the LCQ team? It's not Crazy Raccoon. It's not Tomsy's team, which means it's Totem. Right, Totem. Yeah, that's a pretty decent group, but... And why am I mentioning that group? Because Group A always faces Group C, and Group C, and Group B, I mean, always faces Group D. So we're gonna face someone from that group if we make it out in top 8. And none of those teams are like extremely dominant teams. So we honestly have like a fair path at actually making a run for it. So we're going to grind really hard. We honestly haven't started grinding like crazy. Worlds is in, I think, what, 43 days is when it starts, or maybe a little bit less, maybe 42. So we're going to start grinding, but it's a little bit tough when we're at home because none of us, you know, have like even close to good ping. We don't have horrible ping, but it's not, you know, stuff where you can play these super aggressive brawlers or do relatively insane stuff. So it's a little demotivating from that point of view because we just, you know, a lot of us like to play aggro brawlers. I like to play Buzz, Ash, you know, whatever it may be. Bull. Chino likes to play Kenji and Carl and all this. Sans likes to play Kaze and Lily and all this stuff, and we just don't get to play, you know, super aggressive from home. We get to fly to, where I say home. We get to fly to Europe 2 weeks early is what we're trying to do. I think we're going to fly out to Germany, which is where the European server is, and boot camp there for like a week and a half before we go to Sweden, which is where Worlds is. So what we're focusing on right now is just getting our level up as a team, which is, you know, going to take a few weeks of grinding. We're not really too focused on making crazy individual plays or stuff like that because that's going to come naturally when we arrive in Europe and we play on 0 ping. Please, Gears, can it work? Please. And we know we all got that in us. We just have to wait for that time to come. So we're just going to work on grinding as a team, building some team chemistry. Like, you know, maybe I should have waited for Sans to jump. Maybe you should have waited for me because it was like obvious I was going to jump. I mean, we don't know exactly. Or I don't know exactly, you know, the perfect examples, but we're trying, we're grinding, we're doing everything we can. And, you know, it's not going well in this specific scrim, but it's just time, it's grind, it's understanding. You know, things aren't going to happen overnight. We're not going to just become the best team in the world out of the blue. Maybe if I play Cat every set. Oh, really? Come on, Sans. It's a kill, right? I think. Maybe. You got one. I don't want to waste my hyper because my hyper's like a free goal. I don't know if that was the correct play. Oh, shite. It was. Please, Sans. Please. Oh, my God. Oh, it was bad timing for that Genji to use hyper. I literally killed 3. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, that was troll. That was troll getting that 20% there. That was troll. But yeah, so I don't know. We're just going to put our head down. We're going to grind. We're going to do our very best. OG's been drafting really well. And that's also a big reason why I like to do these like kind of for fun scrims. OG isn't around, so I can kind of just draft and learn the meta a little bit. And whether, you know, OG likes to admit it or not, we do draft a lot better when I'm making suggestions and I'm tapped into draft and all this stuff. So yeah, I mean, we're losing a lot here, but you know, it is what it is. Honestly, like, I should just use new gameplay. Like, this is not a good look. Like, we're just losing in 30 seconds. Like, we've lost 3 sets by the time I've talked about this video. I literally got 3,800,000 whatever is damage. So we're on our grind. I appreciate you guys watching and supporting as always. And you know, if people are going to talk bad, if people are going to say we don't have a shot and all this stuff, just let them say that, because they've said it my whole brawl career and we've always made things happen. So thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you guys watching. And I got some more videos and streams coming up soon as we grind for Worlds. So I'll see you guys then. And until then, peace out. Yeah, we won the set right after I ended my video. Maybe I was the problem.